Hello, I'm Lee. So I have some news to share, I guess, a little bit of news to share, and maybe some hypno. We'll see how that goes. I am working on doing a couple of different things. But one of the things that I'm doing this weekend is getting back into teaching at hypno events, which I'm very excited about because it's been so long, or it feels like it's been so long. So not only am I going to one of the largest ones that's available right now, I am going to be co-teaching two different classes. One is a musical journey happy event, and I'm doing that with my friend whose idea it was. This is her idea to do musical journeys, and she's been kind enough to let me do this one with her, so all the songs are happy. And I am excited to share my love of being happy and the enthusiasm that I know that I felt from being in such a good space for so long and having music be a part of that I hope you guys like it. I'm also doing a class called Freeze Frame where there's people doing a thing, and the class is essentially stopping them in the middle of what they're doing and pointing out ways in which what they're doing could be worse or better or different in some way. And I'm very excited with both of those, so I'm doing both of those with my friend in Scenic, and then the Freeze Frame one, we're adding my writing partner DJ to that, and we'll see how that goes. So I'm very excited by that. This event does have hybrid classes, so it's online and in person. Neither of my classes are going to be streamed, so if you want to see them, you've got to go there. But otherwise, I think it should be a really good time. I'm looking forward to seeing some friends I haven't seen in a while. I'm looking forward to meeting some new people. We'll see how it all goes. So I will not be around this weekend if you're hoping. I'm taking some time off, which is well needed. And also, it's not really time off if you're working, right? I also don't consider air travel any kind of time off. It's kind of a job in and of itself, getting around to places these days. But so additionally, you may or may not like this news, but I'm very close to being monetized on YouTube. And while you may find yourself going, no, that's terrible, that's horrible, why? I hate ads. Well, so do I, but I especially hate ads in the middle of a hypnosis session. I don't want you to have to experience that, and I'm hoping that with this possible new monetization, I can pick and choose where to put the ads, which would mean that you can have uninterrupted time. And whether you like ads or whether you hate ads, they do help creators have a stream of income that lets us keep creating. So keep that in mind, would you? I am also going to begin to do things on YouTube that I have had people asking for a very long time. And those tend to be the longer, good for you type audio sessions, well, with videos going on as well. So more of those are going to end up on YouTube, and on Patreon and my website, you're going to find more of the fun ones that you really like. But sometimes people need something that is good for them as opposed to just something that's fun to listen to. So keep that in mind. Maybe you want a balance of a few of each. So I am also going to be opening up, hopefully not a can of worms, but I'm also going to be opening up some custom recording availability. I am working on prices and how this is all going to work, and the form where you can fill out what specifically you need. And it's going to be very limited because my time is precious and I'm already doing a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm going to see how it goes by opening them up on a small scale, and we'll go from there. So hopefully if you've ever asked me for those and you'd really like the sound of my voice in your ear while you sleep at night for some specific thing, hopefully this could float your boat. So otherwise, I thought it would be fun to do a nice little hypno session now. A casual one, right? Because if you've made it this far and you're listening to the sound of my voice, you probably like hearing what I say. And if you like hearing what I'm saying and you're listening to the sound of my voice, maybe your brain knows that now is a good time to find yourself going into trance. Is it a good time to go into trance? Maybe it's a great time to go into trance. And maybe it's so easy for you to go into trance at the sound of my voice that you've already been doing that as I've been talking from the very beginning. Who knows? I don't know. Do you know? It doesn't really matter, does it? It doesn't matter if you listen to the sound of my voice and you drop deeply into trance, or if you've been waiting for me to say deep sleep, for me to snap my fingers and for you to find yourself falling over like a rag doll, just responding so sweetly and so nicely. And I want to talk about how good it feels when you find yourself listening to positive things, listening to things that make you feel really good about yourself, listening to things that make you happy inside, listening to things that make you realize that the world, your world at any rate, is going to be okay. Even if now kind of sucks for some reason, just wait a little bit, take a breath, do what you can, take a brief, tiny, shiny moment like this one, and let yourself let go. And as you find yourself letting go, think of all the things you could let go of, the things that you don't want or that don't need. Now, sometimes you have to make a decision as to, I don't want this thing, but do I need it right now? And if you want a thing, maybe you should go after it. And if you don't want a thing, but you have to have it, well, look for something else. Let your unconscious mind know that you can do whatever you really want to do. And if you really, really want to change you or your situation, you can make that happen. I bet you'd be very good at making that happen. In fact, I wonder if your unconscious mind now can just simply open up like a little vent at the side of your head, and let any thoughts that you've had, whether they've been there a long time or whether they're new, any thoughts that seem a little overly negative, whether they've been in somebody else's voice or your own voice and you've been saying a word or a phrase to yourself for years and years and years and you really would rather not, you've quite had enough of that and you'd like to let it go. I wonder right now if your unconscious mind can go, oh my God, I'm going to make that vent this second. And as you make that vent and all those thoughts just float up, or you give them a kick and a shove and you drag them out to the curb like they were, trash, and you just tie up that bag and you put it outside and you let the unconscious trash man just come around and take it away. I wonder if you also can notice that as those things go and as that vent shutters never to let those things back in again, can let anything else out, of course, but that you also have a little space somewhere inside you. Maybe it's little, maybe it's big, and if it's big, congratulations, but you have this space inside you somewhere where the things that are good, where the things that have happened to you that work, where the things that you do that worked, or you tried a thing for the first time, and congratulations, that all of those things that are good for you, that you need to hear more of, begin to awaken, begin to realize that, oh, hey, I'm needed now, I'm going to get on. And they find themselves, all those things that you didn't know that you needed, that you didn't know that you had heard, that were compliments or well dones or congratulations or any of those things, they find their way to another space inside you, and your unconscious mind just goes, oh, look, we're going to take the cobwebs off these and we're just going to start pushing them out as needed. We're going to tell ourselves that we can do this thing, that we've got this, that we're really good at this thing, that we can have the right tone and the right words and the right whatever we need in any given moment, that we can find ourselves being helpful and useful to ourselves as well as others. And the more we do these different types of things, the better it feels. The more we acknowledge that we're amazing human beings and that we have this ability to give ourselves that we have this ability to give ourselves something wonderful and amazing the better it gets. So go ahead and just drop and drop and drop down deeper and deeper while your unconscious mind thinks about how good it feels for you to be in that place, while your unconscious mind thinks about how powerfully amazing it is for you to just experience how fabulous it is as you drop down deeper and deeper into trance. And the more you find yourself in that space, in that state of dropping down deeper and deeper into trance, the more amazing and the better it all is. So give in and drop and sink and just find yourself saying yes. Find yourself saying yes to being as kind to yourself as you possibly can. Find yourself saying yes to how practical it seems to let those negative things go and to never let them come back, to block them from returning, and to feel how nice it feels. Maybe it feels a little bit lighter, and maybe it feels a little bit brighter when you realize that those other words, those other thoughts that are in there, that they somehow begin to shine and glow on their own, and they can give you your own shine and glow that just really comes through so that other people can see it, so that you can remember and understand how fabulous and wonderful you are, how capable and caring you are, and how good it feels to be in a world where you are respected, in a world where you can work hard and have time to do the stuff that you want. If you have to work smart, that's okay too. No one's saying you have to do all the things. You don't have to work hard and smart. You can do one or the other. Maybe you don't have to work at all, and that's a thing to be grateful for. But let your unconscious mind know that however you find yourself getting through your days, that it's great to take a moment or three and appreciate what it is that you're capable of doing, no matter how you find yourself having to do it, and to understand that every single moment that goes forward, you have opportunities to be as nice to yourself as possible, as kind to yourself as possible, and you can really enjoy how good that feels. So hold on to that. Hold on to how good it can be to be you in a kinder, happier, better, more enthusiastic, more conscientious state, even if you do that unconsciously. And then on the count of 10, go ahead and come back up feeling wonderful, letting yourself go through your day feeling great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All the way back. And thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Apparently those things are important. I don't know how important they are yet, but I do appreciate that you are here supporting me in any way that you can make that happen. So thanks, and have a great day. Bye.